The episode starts with the gang and Dr. Arenzu's group in a standoff. Gloria is concerned about what she might have planned, and Kaioshin steps forward to speak with his sister. He tells her that they need the Dragon Balls to correct their age. Arenzu refused to hand over the balls as she has her own wish to make. She offers them a challenge. Their team versus her Majins for the Dragon Balls. Piccolo doesn't like this idea, but Goku is super excited. Goku and Vegeta argue about rock, paper, scissors to decide who's going to fight. But then Bulma breaks it up and says it's Goku's turn. Ku wants to fight, but is told he isn't good enough, and Do steps in. Do charges at Goku while Goku easily dodges his attacks, but Goku's blows have no effect on Do. Do begins stretching his arms like Piccolo, and Goku blocks the attacks with the power pole. The two continue going back and forth, then Do ends up with the upper hand, repeatedly slamming Goku into the ground with his antenna. This attack forces Goku to go Super Saiyan, and he punches Do in the face, which Do easily eats. The attack pisses Do off, who gets more serious, and the two continue to trade blows. And then all of a sudden, a ki blast breaks things up as Super Demon King Gomah arrives. He essentially looks like Jiren of the Pride Troopers with his buff body and his costume design. Everyone is shocked at his appearance and the fact he has the third eye. In a funny moment, Bulma realizes the eye looks just like the one Hybis had on his belt, which she notices that Hybis no longer has. Hybis tries to downplay it, saying all eyes look the same. Gomah then creates a Tournament of Power style arena for the battle to take place in. Once his ring is complete, Vegeta, being sick of Gomah's shit, decides to attack and is blocked head on. Again, very similar to when Vegeta went at Jiren during the Tournament of Power. Vegeta is dodging Gomah while firing off ki blasts. Vegeta goes Super Saiyan and attacks him head on before getting knocked away like nothing. Goku shouts at them to all fight together, and everyone else joins in the fight. None of the attacks have any effect on Gomah, and during one of his attacks, Goku drops his pouch and his healing items and the bugs. Bulma yells at Arenzu to tell her Majin Ku and Do to join the fight. She then agrees and sends them in. Neva also tells Tamagami 1 to join the fight. Everyone tries to team up on Gomah, but he's able to deflect them and break free, posing with his arms crossed like Jiren. He uses his telekinesis to send shards of rocks at everyone, and the gang continues to launch team-up attacks. Goku is able to land some clean hits, and eventually everyone launches their signature attacks, but nothing hurts Gomah, who laughs off the attacks and sends his own blast towards them, knocking Goku and Vegeta out of Super Saiyan. Vegeta asks for a revive bug, but Goku realizes that he lost his bag. Gomah then pulls a Goldo of the Ginyu Force and freezes Goku in place, planning to kill him with a blast. Do and the Tamagami step up and block the blast, while Goku begins powering up to Super Saiyan 3, and the episode ends. Not a lot to break down in this episode, since we are reaching the climax of the series. It will mostly contain action. I have to say, it was very nice to see the battle between Goku and Majin Do. I would have liked to have seen a resolution in that, but it doesn't look like we're going to get one, especially now that Gomah is actually here, and that is the focus of the fight. It was cool to see everyone attacking Gomah the way that they did. There was a lot of beautiful animation in this fight that is very reminiscent of things from the Tournament of Power, as well as Dragon Ball Super Broly. There's a lot of shots that use similar camera work, and it's a beautiful sight to behold. Gomah in his Super Demon King form is a beast. Just like seeing him bulked up like that, he's huge. Again, I'm trying to get a bearing on how big he is exactly, because sometimes he looks like, bigger than Broly, but sometimes he looks pretty big like that. But then there's other times where he looks almost like, a giant or a kaiju size. So I'm just still trying to get a bearing on how big he is. But just watching the gang fight him has been entertaining. And again, how often do you hear Goku, of all people, say, hey, we need everybody attacking this dude. This ain't no one-on-one competition like so many other fights have been in the series. Goku's like, no, we all got to jump this dude. So that's pretty cool. The end of the episode is probably the highlight for most people. Goku finally going Super Saiyan 3 in this series. He looks cool as ever. I like how the way that they essentially redrew the classic Toriyama anime Super Saiyan 3 pose. That's just you pretty much use anytime Goku goes Super Saiyan 3. There's just that pose with him standing kind of to the side and then looking over his shoulder. So the next episode is called Awakening. With that title, there's obviously been a lot of speculation. So we will finally see if my theory about Super Saiyan 4 potentially showing up is correct. At this point, I'm not sure myself because of the way the events of Daima have played out, as well as it feeling like so many red herrings or things have been placed out there and they've done nothing with. Again, all that stuff could change, but right now, that's just how I'm feeling. Like, I don't know how confident I am myself. I probably would say maybe like 60-40 it or something happening. Because for all we know, the awakening may not have anything to do with Goku. It could be Gomah awakening a whole new level. So something's going to happen, something big. I don't know what. But there's, 3 episodes left. So to me, you're thinking about the final episode is probably not going to be heavy on action. If anything, it's going to be the end of the battle and then the epilogue of the series, or it's going to be all epilogue. So let's just take that out of it. So really, we got 2 episodes potentially of battle, in my opinion. And again, this is assuming the episodes stay this 30-minute length, because it's very possible that one of the episodes at the end could be longer. We don't know. But assuming they stay 30-minute length, I'm thinking that there's essentially 2 episodes left of fighting. And with that said, I believe that of those 2 episodes, the way things are moving, I think it's more likely that we will see the fusion of somebody with these bugs and then Gomah getting taken out. I'm not necessarily, again, sure that we're going to see the, Super Saiyan 4 or Super Saiyan 4 variation or whatever, thing that I had theorized. But we'll see. Again, I'm excited to see where this goes. I haven't really been this excited for a Dragon Ball property in a long time. Of course, I was excited about Super. I think this is probably about as exciting as it was during the Dragon Ball Super manga. Especially during the last arc, the Granola arc. There were some really exciting moments because it's like, again, just because of the fact that Super and, Daima are integrals, as they say. So they take place between and in other stories. I mean, we know the characters are going to be okay at the end of the day. And we also know that because, again, it's Dragon Ball. And they can always be wished back somehow. But again, how something ends does not necessarily dictate how good it can be. The journey is what's most important. So even though we know the characters will be okay at the end, that doesn't mean that the journey that they take throughout the series can't be enjoyable. And that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to seeing is how this resolves. It was the same thing again, like I mentioned, the Granola arc, finding out like who was going to end up being the strongest. How are they going to take out Gas? How are they going to take out Granola? So I'm really interested in to see what happens. Are we going to get, is it going to be the bug-based fusion? Is it going to be a new power from Goku? Like, what is it going to be that allows them to defeat Gomah? Is it going to be Gomah getting a new power-up? But anyway, sound off in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.